Hey YouTube, it's your girl Duchess here for my semi-live recap of Basketball Wives LA, the reunion. I enjoyed it. It was so good. It was so cute. Let's see, where are we gonna start first? So we're gonna get the I'm gonna do this a little bit differently. I just want to kind of give the most, favorite moments, the what I will remember most or appreciate most. And the lowdown wasn't which wasn't all that low, it was all taken in stride and fun, and it was a good reunion. I can say it's refreshing to see that the ladies have appeared to be grown up. They don't have anything to prove. Hi, Linda. How are you? It's so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Um, Thank you so much for popping in, of course. I think the ladies have grown. Like it seems like they don't have anything to prove to anyone. They were honest, they were open, and even the uncomfortable moments or just kind of, being called to the carpet, I think that they all took it well. So I'm going to go with probably my favorite moment. Let's do that first with Evelyn and Brandy. So Brandy expressed to Evelyn about how she kept coming for her, kept coming for her marriage. Like that part came up. Right? And so Evelyn, even as Brandy was kind of reading her a little bit, um, Evelyn was taking it. She wasn't defensive. She didn't get catty and nasty. She understood. I think the question was, how could you do that? Make fun of her knowing like you've been cheated on, you know how that felt. And I think Evelyn was being honest when she said, like, listen, when we were going at it, we were arguing and I was just going there. And I did it because I don't like Jason. I don't like what he's doing. I just don't like him. So it's more as a dig to him than it is to you. And I think that there's some truth there, but I'm going to give Evelyn her moment because it's growth for her. Um, I was surprised that she took it, and I was surprised that she didn't come back with a snide remark. She promised Brandy that she would not speak on her husband again because she realizes how that hurts her. And I that was probably my favorite moment because I believe Evelyn is still working on really liking Brandy, and whatever her personal issues that may be that can kind of surface in her interaction, like she doesn't really like her. At least Brandy has gained her respect, as I can tell. So that was probably my favorite moment. The most beautiful, the one who, like, the best dressed, or however you want to say it, was Jen, hands down. I loved her look from top to bottom. She looked so pretty and simple and elegant. And I loved her little tie up shoes with the butterflies or whatever that was going on. So she was my favorite dressed. The three great moments, Jackie and Brandy and their interaction. Um, Jackie owning that she took things too far and that she was hurtful to her. Jackie just being able to kind of take ownership in her behavior shows that she can grow, and that she really is invested on making this franchise work. So I appreciated that. I love the moment, even though this was kind of like a recap moment, when she and Brooke finally had their sit down and she owned how she had been handling Brooke. She said that she was wrong. She didn't have a but you did or but that. So that was kind of like my favorites. What is another? The gift exchange. Oh my gosh, the gift exchange was so cute. It was so genuine. And that's what you love to see in real friend circles, right? Like you can have your differences and argue and say whatever, but at the end of the day, we have love for each other and I want the best for each and every one of you. So that was another favorite, and those are my top three. I thought Evelyn giving Jackie the t-shirt one, it is funny, but it was in poor taste. What was it? Something like, I don't know, something about the XCX workers or whatever. It was in poor taste, and I felt bad that Jackie was the only one that didn't get a sweet gift or a nice gift. I don't know if Evelyn thought she was going to get something shady, like she still has to grow from that, but it brought me back to when she did that t-shirt for Tammy, the Nun Factor thing. And then if we travel over into Real Housewives of Potomac, when Giselle made those t-shirts about Karen's tax issues or whatever, it was just in poor taste. Any other time with anyone else, it probably would have been funny, not something that I would wear, but kind of like a good gag gift. But given their history and how that all came about, that was probably my most shadiest moment. So, Evelyn still has some growing to do, I suppose. I did like that they got into the Jen situation and the conversation that Brooke had with Jen when she honored how she must be feeling, you know. I know that you're, defensive, and I understand that. And, I know that this is hard to hear, but we love you and we have concerns and we should be able to express that. And in addition, you shaming the victim or wishing harm on the victim, we just can't get with that. That kind of rubbed us the wrong way. And I know that Jen understood because she kind of backed up from it as soon as she heard that the feathers were ruffled. She kind of tossed it over to the attorney, like that's what the attorney said. And even if the attorney said it, that doesn't mean that you have to repeat it. But I like that Brooke was able to communicate to her in a way to try to calm her defenses and get her point across for the entire group. And it wasn't a beat down kind of like thing for her. It was kind of, a matter of fact. What I loved about Jen's response, the most honest thing that I remember her saying is she understood and she wouldn't expect anything more from her friends in terms of them standing up for her and wanting what's best for her and having their concerns about this man that she's marrying. It's clear that they truly, truly love her. And they know that, without, as Brooke put it, bursting her bubble, that she doesn't make the best choices or she hasn't in the past. And she didn't really get defensive or turn on her friends. She just stood 10 toes down on she's trusting this man. And no matter, how we all may feel about it, she's going with it, and there isn't anything that's being hidden for her. Okay, Jen. My question for Jen, girl, how is keeping someone against their will not domestic violence? It's still domestic violence. It's still kinda like false imprisonment kinda thing. I think that was the charge. Um, so I like that Brooke gave her the skates for her little gift. I thought that was really cute. I love the skates. And that she gave her some red flags, girl. Hold on to them red flags, honey, because they waving, okay? Um, we do wish the best for Jen and all of that, but I'm not gonna speak on her marriage because she's already married to him now. So I'll just kinda leave it there. But, yeah, it's still a red flag, and I understand Evelyn's concern, really everyone's concern, and the way I feel about that is like women intuition is speaking. Like Evelyn doesn't have the best track record, nor the best attitude, and she's not likable sometimes. I think this is the most likable if we're going to go there this entire season, but what she's feeling for her friend gives me woman intuition. And the biggest concern, um, not even so much as the decision, as just not wanting to have to love her through a painful experience with this man. And I'm hoping that for her too. Maybe he's changed. What do you guys think? Like, because I understand that this was like a while ago, you know? And without this history, I don't get any seeing them on screen and all of that. The only thing that I get from him is that he may be too young, and he may not have it all together the way Jen would expect, but she says that they're good and she knows the whole truth. But I it would be interesting to see, you know, is this really behind him and he's there isn't anything to worry about and Jen could live happily ever after? Or should we keep the light on for her? I'm keeping the light on for her because I can't even get that out with a straight face. So I'm going to leave the light on for Jen, and I hope and pray that nothing that she doesn't have to experience any of the domestic issues with this man, that she will be saved from that somehow. So, let's see what else. They got into Cheyenne. I could have done without Cheyenne. I mean, I guess she needed to come on the show. She had a few, moments and scenes and, whatever. But I could have done without her. And I hope that they don't bring her back next season. Like, I would like to see these ladies just kind of build on the bond that they're, like build on this change in the brand. I will be back for them next season. And there wasn't really anything else bad. Like every conversation that was a difficult conversation, I kind of feel like we saw it already play out. So it wasn't anything really new, but they handled them well. There wasn't any like low dragging. I think Jackie has learned her lesson and, talking behind people's back and, her little antics or whatever. I think that she's growing there, but Jackie is really who she is. And, we just, as long as she's going to take ownership and keep willing to take steps, and I can roll with Jackie. I can roll with Jackie any day. The phone call, Evelyn talking about Jen and this guy, like that recording that wasn't aired. What did y'all think about that? I don't think she was really dragging him though. It wasn't anything that we haven't said. And I guess she said the same thing to Jen, so that would be my only thing. But you can tell that Jen was uncomfortable. I hope that their friendship continues to survive. Evelyn is going to have to pretend that she's on board with this Christian thing. And I think that's going to be very hard for her because I think that she's feeling something in her spirit about her friend. So we'll see how that goes. And that's really, yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that was memorable. And I don't really have anything else. I thought it was funny with them eating at the wedding. They talked about the wedding etiquette, and Jen was like, I asked them, Jacil's only thing was she didn't want the plates there when they took pictures. I totally understood that. But overall, it was a great reunion. And I think it was a great season with all of the things. I'm not mentioning Jackie's the private investigation stuff of it all because I really don't care. If that's her past, that's her past. And if it isn't, who cares? She's, so well past that. Um, Brandy's never gonna leave that man, y'all. And I feel for her. When she said that she's still trying to figure herself out or who she is, I totally, totally believe her. She just gives me a frame of a pretty face with so much pain. And so I'm going to keep lifting Brandy up and hope that she finds her space. And I think in order for her to do that, she will have to break with Jason, but she's not going to do that. And I just want the best for her and want her to experience happiness. She's such a beautiful girl. So I like to see some growth with her, and to at least heal because she's not healed, although she's still married to him. And I can't see myself humping on a man, y'all, that I still have pain behind. Like, ugh, I can't see that. So we'll see what they come back with next season. I thought it was a great season. I'm very proud of them for turning the franchise around. I hope they continue to go in the positive space. The question is will people tune in to watch it? Because we say that we don't want the drama and we don't like the drama and we're not watching it anymore. But then when they give us something a little bit more of what we want to see that doesn't agitate our spirit so much, are we going to support it? So I would be curious to see what happens there. But overall, it was a great reunion. I really enjoyed it. Like, really, I did. So, and I'll be back with them next season. What do you guys think? Any comments? Any feedback? I'm curious to know what are your worst moments. The only one I have is Jackie. I'm sorry, Evelyn with that t-shirt. And I thought it was funny that Jackie gave her a EX toy. Child, that was so on Jackie's brand. So, anyway, it's your girl Duchess. That's all I have. Quick recap of Basketball Wives. Great, great job. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you so much. And we'll talk soon. Good night.